Take a moment for pause. Let's just follow our breath. Two or three nice big breaths. As we settle into presence. In the previous reflection, we looked at direct knowing. We saw that direct knowing does not involve the senses, the brain, or reasoning. It's not a function of the mind. It's a power of the actual individual. Now we can make an essential distinction. Thinking is not knowing. Thinking is a mental process. It involves impressions, comparisons, definitions, reasoning, memory, and conclusions. Yes, thinking can be very useful, of course. It can clarify words. It can organize experience. It can produce accurate descriptions. But no matter how refined it becomes, thinking is still a process. And direct knowing is not a process. This distinction is crucial. A person may think very deeply about who they are. They may arrive at a beautiful formulation. They figured it out. They may be able to define the self very clearly, elaborating and explaining the self. But a definition is not enlightenment, and a clear idea is not enlightenment. A conclusion, no, a conclusion is not enlightenment. Why not, you ask? Well, because all these are produced through a process. You're cooking something up. Something has been thought through. Something has been worked out. Something has been concluded. But enlightenment is not arrived through a process of thinking or thought or figuring it out. It's direct, immediate, without reasoning, without analysis, without coming to a conclusion. Direct knowing is one of the most common confusions in spiritual work. A person squares away a concept, understands it, reaches a satisfying understanding of a concept, and mistakes that for realization. As the Japanese Zen masters say, pointing at the moon is not the moon. And to know about something is not the same as directly knowing it. And to define truth, no matter how well spoken, is not the same as being conscious of it directly. Thinking belongs to that realm of the mind. Direct knowing, it belongs to you as the individual. Thinking can point, it can prepare, it can discriminate, it can remove confusion, but thinking cannot produce enlightenment itself. That would be a mistake. Enlightenment is conscious, direct knowledge of yourself as you truly are. It's not a thought. It's not a theory. It's not something that's inferred because of. It's not something that is reasoned out. It's direct. No separation between the subject object. No separation between the one knowing and the one known. Because of that sameness, consciousness can accurately reflect your true nature. Back to you. You become conscious of yourself as you actually are. Not as a body, not as something in time and space, not as a physical thing, but as a non-physical individual, a unity. You are indivisible. You are one. You're the chosen one. You're the chooser. You're a being whose existence is uncaused. It's timeless. It's not located in space. In that state, you know yourself directly in the same immediate way that you know your own name. But even more fundamentally, because there's no process of remembering involved, no reasoning, no searching. There's simply conscious, direct self-knowledge. Thank you for listening. In the next reflection, we'll look at a very common confusion: why insight is not enlightenment.